What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Tarant tip. For me, it is Wednesday. Usually I do my filming on Mondays. Tuesday was 4th of July, and I almost wanted to take a week off and just refresh so I could get back into doing the sound designing and making all the stuff for the sound packs we're working on. But then I said, nope, you got to make the YouTube videos. YouTube's the main focus right now. It's the biggest way we could empower music producers to get to that next level. So, no breaks here. And today, we're going to talk about different ways on achieving a powerful drop and just getting the most out of the drop sounds. So, I just pulled up this project I was working on. I figured it would be a good demo. So, I had FabFilter Saturn on as my saturation, but I'm taking it off until we talk about saturation. So, first things first is Overdrive. Now, I use Overdrive in a way that just adds a little bit of presence to the sound. So, if you listen, by the way, you probably want to know what it sounds like.
What is the last thing you can remember?
For the sake of knowing what we're messing with. So I'll play a little demo of what I'm working on.
I don't know.
Alright, so because we're filming, it's the CPU is gonna go crazy, and also because I'm using this Isotope RX, which is I'm using Denoise right now. Yeah, so it's just kind of real time EQing out. Here, I'll show you when it's doing the vocals. So it's just kind of shaping up the sound of the vocals I have, because they're from like a movie. So they have a bunch of static and stuff, an older movie. So they have all that noise and stuff. I like the noise. I didn't want to take it out, but I wanted to shape it a bit. That's where this denoise comes in. That's not why we're here. So you heard what the drop sounds like, and now we're going to go into Overdrive. So let's give it a little presence. So right when you turn Overdrive on, you hear it gives a lot of roar and mid frequencies, because that's where it's at right now. But I just kind of want to give it some presence, so we're going to slide it up to just the high half of the frequencies, and we're going to pull the drive down. I don't want too much drive, and I don't want too much of the wet on. Let's try at 20% now. So I like right there, I've really just kind of cleaned up. It didn't really clean it up, but it added in a way that the synths are just kind of like sitting now. Before, I felt like the high presence wasn't quite there, so now that's there with the Overdrive. Saturn is what I use for my saturation. It's from FabFilter. It's pretty cool. I'm still new with it. I haven't used it that much, and I like it because you could get a lot more crazy with this saturation, overdrive, distortion stuff. But yeah, that's why I use it. Again, I'm new to this, so I'm still kind of learning this plugin. Maybe we'll do some videos in the future, or you'll start seeing this pop up in our tip videos. So the saturation I used on here was just this preset gentle. And it just kind of, here, I'll show you. It's honestly kind of doing what this overdrive did to the sound, but even more minimal, but in a more clean way. It's not like raspy, as raspy as the overdrive. So that's saturation. Otherwise, if you're just using Ableton's saturator, I usually like to go to soft sign and then just pull it back. You can see with the saturated, it's more aggressive and in your face, but we're gonna go back to the fab filter because I already had it set up. Now, another thing you're gonna want to do to make your drops more powerful is compression. Now you can have the makeup on, so whatever you compress, the volume comes back, and that way when you're compressing, it sounds more powerful. Um, but basically, all you're gonna want to do, and this is my personal preferences, is I'm gonna come in on here. I'm gonna switch the attack and release a bit. All right, so I open up the attack a bit and the release. So let's go ahead and compress our drop sounds now. So we're taming the peaks, we're getting that sound more consistent. And some people really don't like to squash their sounds. And if that's the case, then flip this to 50% and do a little parallel. So now. And the last thing that we do is slam that into a limiter because sausages are better. You mean, look at the reference track we're using. Sausage, man. Um, no, but really, we're trying to get the most volume out of the sound. So we already caught the peaks. Now we're gonna take that sound and push it into a limiter. It's gonna squash a little bit, which brings the quiet frequencies up. And it's creating a less dynamic range. The volume's more consistent, and that's what I feel I want on the drop, a more consistent volume energy. I want that consistency pumping through the speakers, so it's not like some powerful synths, some weak synths. You got to get that balance. So the last thing we do is put it into a limiter now. So you can tell by slamming on the limiter, more presence comes out of the sound, because we're clipping it. The high end frequencies that were not as powerful as the mids and stuff, since we're clipping the mids and bringing them down a little bit, and we're turning up the volume in the limiter, we're turning up the highs. The little quiet highs are coming up now. And that's why it appears more brighter and stuff with that limiter on. So those are my bonus tips on getting a more powerful drop. Overdrive, saturation, compression, and limiting when all put together in minimal amounts create a big difference. So let's group this and do an A and B. I'm going to turn off the serum effects and the imager since we didn't talk about that. So let's see the A and B of what we did. I would say it's much more powerful, crisp. The high ends are coming through, and it just doesn't sound like it's buried in the mix. So that's how to get your drops more powerful. There's obviously hundreds, maybe even thousands more techniques that could be used to get your drops more powerful. These are just some quick audio effects to get in on your drop group or individual sounds to get them more consistent and powerful. I hope this has helped you. As always, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Click that thumbs up. Helps us know we're doing what we should be doing to help you guys reach those next levels in your music productions. I'll see you on Wednesday, even though today is Wednesday, when the massive video or when the silent video comes out with the free preset. Talk to you guys then. As always, thanks for watching. Peace.